One typo on an economy ticket now costs $235 to fix. In the next 20 minutes, you'll uncover 18 stealthed airline charges and one trick that erases them in a single email. What's the worst fee airlines ever slapped on your trip? Airlines have turned the humble seat map into a full-blown auction. Just 3 years ago, only 4% of economy rows carried a surcharge. Today, that figure is 34% and climbing each quarter. The new algorithm withholds adjacent seats, splashing red only. 2 left banners that stir panic as the clock ticks down. Skip the auction and breathe. Wait until the 24-hour check-in window opens. The system automatically releases any unsold seats at zero cost and often leaves an empty middle beside late claimants. Families are further shielded by US. Rule 399.87 requiring carriers to seat a child next to a parent without an extra charge. So reference the rule if an agent resists. Once boarding lists close, pull up the airline app and shift again after last-minute no-shows evaporate. A Miami girl used that timing on a Madrid red-eye and ended up stretching across 2 free middles, saving $54 she later spent on. Why is my carry-on suddenly $65 at the gate? You waited at home, printed the pass, and still the agent wields the metal sizer like a guillotine. Gateside bag penalties have ballooned 92% since 2022, while overhead bin dimensions remain unchanged. 2 excess pounds can triple the original fare in seconds. Hold that bag level. Before you queue, record a 10-second video of the bag on the airline's own scale. Phones are permitted in every major terminal. If the weight or dimensions fall within the published limit, flash the footage and calmly cite Part 253.10, which bans post-purchase price hikes. Most agents retreat rather than face a formal complaint. When the bag truly bulges, unzip a packing cube. Hand it over as the free personal item, then slide the slimmed roller into compliance. A 30-second fix. Denver's gate agents watched last month as my cube transfer shaved 2 pounds. The fee vanished, and I walked on board, grinning. Your video is the shield. For carriers still reimburse wrongful charges within 7 days when you email screenshots of the way in, plus their own size chart. Keep a template in your notes, roll the camera, and never pay a panic tax again. Midnight red-eye, cabin lights dim. You ask for water, and the attendant drops a glossy pouch on your tray. Pretzels, cheap earbuds, flimsy blanket. $19 credit card swipe required. 2 years ago, the same bundle was complimentary. Now it's priced higher than a 3-course street meal in Bangkok. The fee spikes 40% on routes over 6 hours, then doubles again during holidays. A triple whammy. That comfort kit sneaks in as a retail item, so consumer protection refund rules apply if a promised amenity is missing. Families burn $76 on 4 kits, only to find the blanket barely covers a child. Pre-pack a compressible microfiber, throw, and protein bar. Present the unused kit at landing and demand a credit under .oversales guidance. When a marketed service underperforms, cash or miles must return to your account. Southwest quietly refunds in rapid rewards points within 48 hours of a Twitter DM, while EU 261 lets Europeans claim cash if the kit replaces a meal on delayed flights. Last spring, a Korean American tweeted a photo of his unopened kit, netting $30 in points and 15% fare back for a 2-hour delay. Document, return, reclaim. Decline that chip and pin reader when it asks, pay in home currency. Dynamic currency conversion slaps an extra 4% margin on every swipe, stacking atop your card's own Forex. Airlines embed those readers in self-service kiosks, and the prompt appears in 7 languages so fast that jet-lagged travelers tap YES without thinking. One small tap, big cost. Machines reroute the payment through a third-party processor in Gibraltar, inflating the exchange rate by up to 8 cents on the euro. A family of 4 booking multi-city flights loses $58 before boarding. Always select local currency and let your bank handle the conversion. If the kiosk forces the markup, photograph the screen, pay, then call the issuer to reverse merchant-imposed Forex. Visa's zero liability policy covers undisclosed rate padding, and premium cards like Chase Sapphire reimburse foreign transaction surcharges within 1 billing cycle. Paying in dollars at Paris CDG costs 4% more and voids travel card purchase protection. HardPass. In 2024, a Spanish graduate student kept screenshots of a forced conversion at Rome FCO. A 5-minute chat got her €82 credited, plus a Goodwill coffee voucher from the carrier. Decline. Chicago teacher booked row 23B on a packed red-eye to Honolulu. Then, 2 days before departure, got an email whispering, "Treat yourself to empty space for only $85. The so-called neighbor-free seat reads like luxury, yet the airline pockets cash for value it rarely delivers. Cabin load factors averaged 88% last quarter, meaning that paid buffer still fills on one flight in 8. There's a workaround. The algorithm targets solo reservations within 48 hours, banking on impulse taps. Passengers spend the cost of a beachfront dinner for a gamble that may vanish at gate reassignment. Wait until exactly midnight local time before departure, when airlines finalize their manifests. If the seat beside you remains unsold, a free move appears in the app. Alaska and JetBlue even let agents reseat you post-boarding if the row stays empty, and elite tiers can snag the shift with one polite request. Last April, an LA accountant ignored the upsell, checked at midnight, and slid into 21A with 2 vacant middles, saving $85 she later spent on macadamia pancakes. Knowledge beats nerves. After crude prices spiked this winter, 19 major carriers hiked fuel surcharges by 28% between January and May, then quietly kept the levy when oil retreated. Tiny fix ahead. Fuel add-ons, coded YR or YQ, masquerade as taxes even though governments never see the money. A Trans-Pacific Economy ticket adds $140 overnight, dwarfing base fare sales. Route through capped tax jurisdictions like Hong Kong or Manila, where regulators limit or ban YQ. Then split the itinerary with separate tickets. OTAs display the reduction in real time. Some reward programs, such as Virgin Atlantic Flying Club wave carrier surcharges on partner bookings, turning a 35,000-mile redemption from Tokyo to London into a near-free escape. Oil slid 14%, yet fees rose 28%. Pure profit. Dubai leg when purchased out of Kuala Lumpur. He forwarded the evidence, received a fair match plus extra Skywards miles for inconvenience. Spot the code, pivot routes, pocket the savings. Never hit connect until you see the real price page. Airlines trumpet $5 Wi-Fi, then throttle after 50 megabytes and flash upgrade for high speed at 15. Pause before you tap. The teaser covers only email ports. Streaming ports cost extra, and the paywall triggers once cabin usage tops 30%. Average speed drops 41% after takeoff, while the upgrade cost climbs 200% by cruise altitude. Predatory ups. Remote workers miss client calls and shell out $10 more just to resend a slide deck. Buy a 24-hour pass from a global provider like Boingo before boarding. The voucher bypasses the airline portal and locks the rate. Premium cards, such as Venture X, reimburse 2 in-flight passes a year. And Alaska Elite tiers now grant 1 free session per trip. Claim it at check-in. Last winter, a digital nomad flying Doha to Manila prepaid a $7 Boingo code, streamed soccer the whole way, and watched her seatmate curse at a $21 pop-up. She landed with bandwidth, budget, and good mood intact. Prepay, connect, smile. Why am I paying $29 so my 6-year-old isn't alone? Families still face a seat together upsell even after the 2023 FAA directive, promising free adjacent seating. Airlines bury the rule in fine print, then default to random assignment, betting parents will panic pay. 71% of parents clicked the fee last summer, yet only 12% of flights were oversold enough to justify separation. Manufactured fear. 3 seats on a coast-to-coast itinerary balloon, 18%, wiping out the advertised sale. Stay calm and quote the law. At online check-in, refuse the charge, then screen capture the seating page. At the gate, cite FAA Sec. 41,712 anti-unfair practice language. Agents can override the map in 30 seconds. Delta's family seating hotline relocates kids free when you call within 48 hours. And United Auto unlocks neighbor seats for Mileage Plus members after T-minus 24 hours. House and Family used the hotline, nabbed 3 seats together, and pocketed $87 for churros in San Diego. Families win when they slow the scroll. Hidden fees breed faster than jet streams, yet every single one unravels when you know the rule. Record the proof and reply with calm precision. Keep this checklist in your pocket, safeguard your travel cash, and click the next episode to unlock secret lounge doors you already walk past in Terminal D. Not financial, legal, or flight advice. Verify with official airline policy.